Hi, I'm Carlos Garcia, and this is the Commissioner's Report.
Ladies and gentlemen, South Panamanian delegation of Brazilian baristas, welcome to another edition of the Commissioner's Report. I'm your commissioner, Carlos Garcia, the greatest commissioner in all the land, and I'm here to tell you that we made it through another exciting week of fantasy football. These games are more lopsided than Grande's penis head to shaft ratio, folks. Things got all kinds of weird, so let's dig in. The battle of 2 and 4s was on as your commissioner added a third consecutive W to his name after defeating Grande. Now with 3 men missing from his roster and 8 total on bye, Grande still scored a very respectable 77 points, which is more than what others can say this week. Also, in the battle of the formerly undefeated defeateds, Team Tom was unable to tucker someone right in the pussy for the second week in a row when he was defeated by Ian. When asked for comment, Tom said he was working a new strategy to get back to tuckering harder than ever. He was last seen here looking super excited about his new strategy. Team Baba Booey got back on the winners column when he defeated this week's Princess Suctitude, Nime. Plus, in a matchup that this commissioner expected to be total domination, underdog Team Gary was walloped and galloped all weekend long by Team Andy. Whee! This game was uglier than Gary in high school, folks, so I have a feeling we'll hear about this later on. And after being named Joke of the Week 2 weeks in a row and 3 out of 6 weeks total, Team Bruce was able to wipe the egg off his face and the fart off his eye when he faced off against Team Giametta with another loss. However, this wasn't his fault, folks, because this time, Team Giametta checked that lineup for injuries, turned off those TKOs, and popped off with 125 points. It was definitely a sight to behold. And in the main event, the streak killer's streak of streak killing was killed as bye-week Gross kept his post-week streak alive by defeating Coldhour 130.5 to 111, folks. Now, this was a matchup for the ages and one that did not disappoint, unlike Gary. But again, more on that later. This puts the season in an intense battle for Cat House League supremacy. And with the extended playoff spots, this is shaping up to be a very interesting second half of the season. And now, for your team of the week.
It takes a special kind of man to face a team who scored 103.5 points and still win in dominating fashion. It takes a sharpshooter. A team not to sleep on. A man that is always willing to try new things. Like my ass. That is why we would like to congratulate Ian Beveridge on becoming this week's Team of the Week. Congratulations, Ian. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ian, for showing the world that there is hope for a man with a totally destroyed sphincter. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And now, as your almighty commissioner, and one with another joke kicking ass through the Reddit streams as we speak, I know a good joke when I see one. Which is why it's time for another edition of Carlos's Joke of the Week. Hit it! Hi everybody, welcome to Crazy Carl's Trash Team Giveaway. I'm Crazy Carl, and I got the trash teams in all the league. And this week, we got Doozy, we got Floozy. Watch out for your drink, girls, because you'll get woozy. This guy's head looks like my pubes, and he's got the crabs to go along with him. This is Gary. Boy, am I glad to be here? Because this man's terrible. Ain't that right, Andy? Whee!
Not everyone knows this, but Gary is a Broncos fan because John Denver sexually assaulted him as a child.
Ha! You know the difference between Gary and a bucket of shit is at least the bucket was useful to somebody. Ha!
On the day Gary was born, God wasted a perfectly good asshole by putting teeth in Gary's mouth.
Ha! Darcy, his girlfriend's role plays like he's a vibrator. Ha!
Gary used to go to the cat house all the time. He loved it because it was the only house in Towson that Gary could enter without declaring that he's a sex offender.
Ha! The only thing worse than Gary in fantasy is Gary in real life. Boy, this guy sucks. Ah! And if you buy now, we'll throw in Team Neiman for free. That's a lot of trash, folks. Ha! You don't miss out on Crazy Carl's Trash Cheating Giveaway for all your trash cheating needs. Yee-hee!
Visit Crazy Carl's for all your trash chain needs. Right at the corner of Rodeo Drive and Billy Bone Parkway, where Gary gets his herpes medicine. Don't miss your chance to visit Crazy Carl's Trash Team Giveaway. Only at Crazy Carl's.
Ha! This week, your commissioner starts things off by going off against the guy he just shit all over, Gary. This week's Team of the Week, Ian looks to keep kicking ass and go 7-1 against Neiman. Plus, we got a matchup of epic proportions, folks, as Baba Booey faces off against Chanberry. Now, Baba Booey's playoff dreams are very much alive at this point, but he needs this W to get there. Will he defeat the Wii? Find out this week. Plus, in the epic twin sequel we didn't even know we'd see, Team Grande faces off against Team Bruce. And Team Kobauer looks to get back on track when he faces off against Team Giametta. Who will win this battle of men that breastfed into their 20s? Find out this week. In the main event, the 6-1 Gross uses the power of his bye-week strength when he faces off against Tom. Will Tom get his Tuckery streak back on track? Find out this week. And there you have it, folks. This has been the Commissioner's Report. For questions or feedback, please mail all your letters to the Gary Britton Asshole Rebuilding Fund. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at CarlosDoesWorld. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Commissioner's Report.